What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are covering the topic of client contracts. We're going to go over why they're important and what type of contracts you need for your pet sitting business. If you're new to my channel, I'm Shelly Beyer, the creator of Pet Brainy. Every week, I put out new videos with my best tips and strategies to help you grow your business. So why are contracts so important? Well, there's a few reasons. The first reason is it protects your business, but not only does it protect your business, it protects the sales of your business. We are all in the business to make money. So what is the point of making money if you're going to lose that money for any number of reasons? So contracts protect your sales. So that's a very important reason. The second reason why you need contracts is it improves the customer experience. If a client comes to you and they have an issue and you have no documentation to refer back to, then how are you going to resolve that problem? So that's why you need contracts in place so that everybody is on the same page and are very clear of your company policies. The third reason why you need contracts is because it'll keep you out of court. Court is so expensive. You don't want to end up in court. With the proper paperwork in place, if somebody has a dispute, your paperwork will clearly define what that dispute resolution looks like. And then you're less likely to end up in court and maybe go a lesser route like arbitration or mediation. The fourth reason why contracts are so important is it makes you look more desirable to the consumer and more desirable to a potential buyer if you ever decide to sell your business. So it just gives you a much more professional appearance overall. And people feel so much more comfortable doing business with professional businesses that have all of their contracts in place. Yes, contracts protect you as a business, but it also protects the client. So it's important to have clearly defined boundaries so that everybody is on the same page. So what kind of contracts does your pet sitting business need? There are three different types of contracts that you're going to need. The first is your service agreement. The service agreement outlines your service offering. It includes your policies and procedures, and it protects your business with disclaimers. The disclaimers are very important. You definitely want to include disclaimers in your service agreement. But a service agreement also has the dispute resolution, and that is what's going to keep you out of court. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you have a signature on that service agreement. The second type of contract that you'll need for your pet sitting business is a veterinarian release form. This will give you permission to seek medical care if you can't get a hold of the owner. When drafting up your veterinarian release form, you want to make sure that you have a dollar amount that they're authorizing for you to spend. And then how are you going to get that money? Are they going to leave a credit card at the vet's office, or are they going to reimburse you when they get home, or how is that all going to work? So you need to have that all clearly defined. Another thing that's important to have in the veterinarian release form, and none of us like to have to deal with this, but it's really important, is to have an authorization to euthanize the animal if something terrible were to happen and you can't get a hold of the owner and you don't want the animal to suffer. So this is an extreme case and only the veterinarian would make that decision, but you want to have an authorization to do that. And then you also want to know what they would want done with the remains. And lastly, you want to make sure that it releases you from all liability. And that includes transport to the vet's office and everything like that. You want to make sure that you are clearly released of any liability. So the third contract that you need for your pet sitting business is the key handling agreement. The key handling agreement should clearly state that you have authorization to enter their home using their keys. But you should also make sure that it gives you permission to make additional keys if needed. It should also explain how you store the keys and what your return policy is for those keys. A lot of times a client may want you just to leave the key on the counter and lock the door behind you on the last day of the job. Do not do that. That is not a good idea, because if the client gets stuck and can't get home, then you no longer have a key to take care of those pets. So make sure that those type of things are in your policies and in your key handling agreement. And then you also need your key handling agreement to state that your employees and your independent contractors can have access to those keys and use them to complete the jobs. So all of that needs to be in there too. So those are the 3 types of contracts that you'll need for your pet sitting business. If you need more help with contracts, we'd love for you to join us in the Pet Brainy Circle. We have several modules on client contracts, and we have all the templates that you need for your pet sitting business. So definitely check that out. We even have a paperless onboarding system that you can put in place, and I walk you through step by step how to do that. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every week when I put new videos out. If you think your friends would enjoy these videos, share it with your friends. I'd love to see them. As always, I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.